Hashem, Yahushai, double honors to the elders and apostles of Judah, Mr. Well, Shalom to the hopeful elect. This video here has been in like one of my little playlists for a while, and I always wanted to, kind of touch on this. I think I'll do it now. Yeah, but basically this man here, he goes into how and we all know this, the water that you're drinking is not alkaline and it's got all these chemicals in it, but he actually goes into depth about why that is, and he shows you through he shows you through science, and he's got these little dyes that actually, if you can see up here, the water's the dyes that he puts in the water actually show how acidic, how alkaline the water is. And it's pretty obvious at this point that Esau's trying to poison the people and Jake as much as possible. But yeah, let me just play the video and touch on scriptures as
I'm one of the owners here at Water Tree South Park, and one of the things we do and one of the things we show people is the quality of the water and the difference in the water. There is a difference in your water. All water is not the same, and one of the main reasons why we opened up the store is to show people the importance of water and how important it is in our health and our everyday life. Now, what I got up here, I have a bunch of these store-bought waters. The first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use this chemical right here. This is pH reagent. And I'm going to add this chemical to the waters. What it's going to do is going to start a chemical reaction, and it's going to bring out the pH level of the water. Now, the pH stands for the potential hydrogen of your water. The more oxygen, the more hydrogen in your water, the more alkaline it is. And now, and if everybody's on their Dr. Sabian, they know what we were talking about. Alkalinity is determined by the level of oxygen off of your food, your water, whatever substances you put in your body. And your alkalinity of 7.5 or higher is alkaline. You'll consider the alkaline, or that substance is considered alkaline. Anything below that, at Dream Tree and Water Tree here, we consider that a dead water because it does nothing for the body. And when you start getting into the acidic waters, it actually starts to do really a lot of damage to the human body. So I'm going
let me just
H2O and trace minerals. Hydrogen, oxygen, and trace minerals from the source where you get your water from. So if I got my water from Niagara Falls, it'll have hydrogen, oxygen in it, and trace minerals from the pond or the pool, wherever the water is in Niagara Falls. Wherever the stones or sediments is off in the water, we'll find traces of that. Okay, and in these bottled waters, they're considered pretty clean waters, but the process that they use to purify the water and clean the water, it strips the water of all benefits, all the oxygen, all the hydrogen, all the minerals. Any benefit that you could possibly get from water is gone after they run it through these certain processes to get this. Now, I'm going to test these waters right here, and I'm also going to test our water. So I'm going to step over here for a real second to the sink. This is where we refill here.
Oh, man. See this, let's go back a bit. I can't shut up. I'll put a video in the description, brothers can see for themselves, but I'm not gonna play the whole thing. Just wanna show a little. Let's see.
We got this one, and we got our water. Now, what I want to show you here, okay, we got this Niagara water. You see it's completely and totally acidic. We have a Dasani. Let's look at the color of this. This is like looking like it's around like a little turquoisey, so it's like a 7.5, 8, something like this here. I'm going to show you something about these. Core. On the bottle of this water, it says it has a pH of 7.4, approximately. That's what it says on a 7.4, approximately. We got this one right here. This is a Nestle water, completely acidic, and this is our water. This is our premium water. We're going to test between a 9 and a 10. Now, the difference in our waters are the process in which they make these bottled waters clean is called a reverse osmosis. But what they use chemicals and they use electricity to purify the water. They use these things to trick these tests like this. So let me give you an example. Your body is just like this glass. Anything you put inside of it, that's what it is. Now, if we say we go from water to water, this is the water that I'm filling up in my body. Now, I go from water to water thinking that I'm going to get healthy. But until we start to drink alkaline water, the pH of our body won't change. But since we got these acidic water like here, now I'm going to show you something. This water has a certain level of acidity that even our alkaline water doesn't even change it. That's because it has a soda, it has a chemical off in it. And one of these chemicals is what we show the people in the stores about. When you get your water, remember I said it only has hydrogen, oxygen, and trace minerals from the source it comes from. On these bottles, when you have these bottles with these fancy labels on them, check the ingredients. When you look on the bottom, if your water has ingredients, that means it's been tampered with. This says purified by reverse osmosis. We have a reverse osmosis machine up in here that's unlike the ones they have. And the first chemical that they have in here is sodium bicarbonate. Everybody knows what sodium bicarbonate is, they just don't know it by that name. And if you want to know what sodium bicarbonate is, it's this crap. It's this right here. Another one on here is calcium chloride. Calcium chloride is a food preservative. They put it in most of all of our foods. That's why you can throw a hamburger on the shelf and it'll sit there for a day or two before anything happens to it. That's the calcium chloride keeping it from deteriorating and breaking down. Calcium chloride is also used to clean concrete. It's a concrete cleaner. The same thing that pressure washers use to clean the oil off the concrete is off in this water. So why the hell is concrete cleaner and baking soda off in our drinking water and they charging us for this? Now, let me show you. They do it for this here. Now, say we had an acidic water. This is one of those acidic waters. They know it's companies like us, stores like us, people like us that's out here telling people the truth about this water and why people are getting sick, why they're drinking bottles and bottles and bottles, spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on this water, and it's not helping them. It's not helping them. It's not doing their job. It's because of this. You're drinking the dead water. You're buying the dead water, thinking that it's going to help your health, and then they add their sodium bicarbonate to this water. And that's how you get your alkalinity. That's how they get this alkalinity on these waters. That's how they can get these bottles of water and they can tell you and label them, hey, this is alkaline water. And
yo, Esau is completely wicked. I'm gonna get a scripture real quick. This is Deuteronomy 28:48. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hast hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Now, I saw a video, and it was this Jake woman. She was like, why does everyone hate black people? Everywhere we go, why does everyone hate black people? And it's because of the curses. Because thou servest not the Lord thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. Therefore thou shalt serve thine enemy, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. You got to buy water from Esau. And he shall put an yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. See, we're completely destroyed as a people. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. This is why they were jabbing up all these old Jakes, and they were, I think it affected them, a lot more than the young people, but they were saying that it wasn't. And why, when your children come up, they wanna pumping for all that stuff. You know, I just had a child, and they was always trying to get me and a mother to, you know, to basically poison him with vitamin K. You know, and he was like, yeah, you know, no, we're all right on that. But it's like they kept coming to us, and he was fine. He was cool because when she was pregnant, I was, you know, I was asking her to take all um these prenatal vitamins, you know, these gummies, and making sure she was getting iron. So, you know, she didn't really need that, but they were trying to pump him full of that crap anyway. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing as the water. It's got all kinds of crap in it, even though they say it's vitamin K, but it's a chemical version. It's not a natural version because you get the natural version from food. And you shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed, which also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or oil, or the increase of thine kind, or flocks of thy sheep until they have destroyed thee. We don't have nothing, you know. And there's another scripture that where is it? Yeah, here it is. Ezekiel 4. I'm gonna start at 10. And thou shalt eat, and thy meat which thou shalt eat shall be by weight. And you go into the stores, and there's 500 kilograms of beef or whatever, 20 shekels a day. From time to time shalt thou eat it. Thou shalt drink also water by measure. And I've got a bottle here, you know. And I was drinking this stuff because I moved, and it's like I didn't set up my water system because I have a distiller, and brothers need to look into that. I've mentioned this before. So I was drinking bottled water for a while because that's all I really drink. And it says, yeah, 1 E liter, and it's got all these things in it: calcium, magnesium, sodium nitrate, bicarbonates. You know, and they're telling you it comes from the hydro springs of Romania. And the guy just said it really should just have like free ingredients and the rest trace minerals, but it is going off. Let me see, where am I in this? And thou shalt drink also water by measure, the sixth part of it in, from the time to time shalt thou drink. And thou shalt eat it as barley cakes, and thou shalt bake it with dung that cometh out of man. Hey, yo, see, when you're baking this stuff in water, and I don't know whether or not I didn't show that part of the video. They're basically telling you that I think it's gonna get to it, that all this water is really recycled waste. You know, which, you know, we go to the toilet, we urinate, and then the water facilities, they're meant to clean it, but they don't really clean it. You know, so you're really eating people's crap, you know, toilet tissue residue and all that kind of stuff out of it. So you really need to filter this water before you drink it. And it's like you can't really escape it, you know, because even if you do that, you still have to wash, unless you're gonna get one of those attachments that goes onto your shower, which I've looked into, you know. But it's like you need to do all of this stuff. Like this kingdom is just completely defiled. And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. Then said I, Ah, Lord power, behold, my soul have not been polluted, for from my youth up even till now have I not eaten of that which dieth of itself, or is torn in pieces, neither came there abominable flesh into my mouth. And that's, you know, that's going somewhere else. We're not really supposed to eat certain things, but Jake don't get it. Even this water, you know, we're not supposed to we're not supposed to drink this water that comes out of the tap, man. That's it's just it's disgusting. And I can actually taste the difference. Not that I drink tap water, but I can definitely taste the difference in the kind of waters I drink, because I don't drink, you know, normal water basically. Job 13:4. I'm gonna start for. But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. Oh, that ye would altogether hold your peace. See, Esau needs to shut up, man. Cause this stuff, he always tells you this stuff is good for you when clearly it's not. It's killing you. You know, the same thing he did with the, you know, the jabba jab.
Yeah, people are like, hey man, no, alkaline water destroys the chemical balance in your stomach. Not real alkaline water. Real alkaline water does not destroy your body. It actually helps you heal. It's fake alkaline waters that y'all have been convinced by these fancy labels and these bottle companies, and just because everybody's not a chemist. So know we to know that sodium bicarbonate was baking soda. No, we didn't know calcium chloride was concrete cleaner, because if we knew that, we wouldn't buy this crap. So this is what they're doing to us. They're tricking us with these waters, putting these chemicals in it. That's why these bottles of water cost $5 and $6 for this. You're not just paying for the water, you're paying for the chemicals. Because this guy that makes this water, he has to go to another guy to get the free water test. You come in, bring me any water that you got, I'm going to test it, and I'm going to show you right in your face.
And this is the tap water, you know, I've kind of skipped over, but this is tap water that he got from the tap, and he put his chemical solution in it, and he's going to show you the crap that's in the water.
So this little meter says that if we start to see any change or any colors in the water, this is what is going on. If you start to see yellow, your water has traces. These are just traces of acid, fluoride, and other organic matter. Green is arsenic. Arsenic is a chemical they use in rat poisons. Mercury, lead, copper, and sodium. Blue is bacteria, viruses, carcinogens, chemical fertilizers, pesticides. Red is iron, rust, and bacteria. White is lead, zinc, mercury, and other inorganic matter. Now, I could say all those chemical things and all those things, but nobody gets the point until I show them this. In this water, we started out with a clear glass of water, but if you look closely, there are little particles, and there's a little white fluffy line up in here. 90% of people, a lot of the people don't even take in consideration where their water comes. Most water in big cities is recycled water. It's recycled water. You Google the wastewater plant of your city, and all the water that goes down your shower, your garbage disposal, your dishwasher, your toilet, it goes to the wastewater disposal plant. They clean it up, throw in their chemicals, throw in their bleaches and all this stuff, and they push it right back into the city through our showers, and we bathe in this stuff. We bathe in the calcium chloride. We bathe in the fluoride. Fluoride is not good for you. I don't care what anybody tell you. I do the research, and I show it to you. Fluoride actually destroys the pineal gland in the brain. So everybody that gets up and you're using fluoride-free toothpaste, it's making you stupid. Stop using fluoride in your toothpaste. Try to avoid your water. Now, when we get off in here and we look at this little thing right here, this little fluffy line, we have all these chemicals, but until people start to see this, this is the water we drink, this is the water we bathing in, this is the water that mothers are making their baby bottles with, and they're thinking they're getting clean water. They're thinking they're getting clean water. These little particles and stuff floating around off in the water, that's your toilet paper. That's your toilet paper. Remember, I told you that all the city water is recycled water. Those filters and those processes they use do not get rid of everything. What we do here at Dream Tree is we clean this stuff out. We clean all this water out, all this trash, all this filth up out the water. Our machine actually filters out the fluoride, the calcium chloride.
No, yeah, not everybody can afford to do that. I suggest brothers, you know, get a water distiller. Is the cheapest way I know to drink, you know, good water. And this is Luke 4:23, and he said unto them, "Ye will surely say unto me this proverb, Physician, heal thyself." That's going to something else, but really, you know, is physician, heal thyself. You know, we're really supposed to understand these things and find a way to bypass it, because you know he ain't gonna give you no game, you know, what he's doing to you. And I'm gonna get this this final scripture, and I'm gonna close out. This is Psalms 10:5. His I'm gonna start to Psalms 2. The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor, let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined, for the wicked boasts of his heart's desire. And Esau would poison his own people. This is how wicked this man is. You know, who doesn't love himself, who will he love? You know, paraphrasing that scripture. And blessed the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after Yahweh. Yahweh is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sights. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. So you know these even Jake's for money, but Esau got money. He don't drink tap water. You know this is only for Jake. And when you look at how his whole system is set up, he's really he just makes merchandise not only out of Jake but his own people. All praises to the Most High Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who rule well.